First, quick update on China. We're about to welcome on stage Luigi GAMBARDELLA. Luigi has actually created an association whose goal is to promote deeper discussions between key digital industry stakeholders in China and Europe. So I guess he has a lot of things to tell us about, how you're handling those kind of meetings and discussions between European and Chinese firms. You have not more than 10 minutes to do so. That's your duty today.
Thank you very much. And I'd like to thank IDAT. And I hope that this is only the beginning of a strong cooperation between ChinaEU and IDAT. And I think also that Montpellier should become the European hub for the Chinese ICT industry. Why not? At the end, it's all about people, vision, ambition, dreams. And if I may say before I start my speech, sometimes we Europeans, we don't dream enough. We should dream more. Everything starts from dreams. My speech, I will focus on 2 points. I would like to give a global picture on the Chinese digital market and a perspective of how we see EU-China relation on digital. Let's start from the market, on the Chinese internet and telecom market. Let's say, and this is very easy to say, China is the biggest and fastest growing market for internet and for ICT in the world. If we refer only to internet, at the end of 2014, China had 649 million internet users and will increase with an increase of more than 31 million per year. The internet penetration has reached about 50%. Mobile internet users accounted for 85% of the total netizen population, that is more than 557 million, more than the whole population in the EU. But all the numbers in China are amazing. 4 of the world's top 10 internet companies are Chinese: Alibaba, Baidu, Tencent, JD.com. And it has estimated that by 2016, China cross-border e-commerce trade volume will reach 950 billion euro. Let's move to the telecom. Also telecom. China is the home of the world's biggest telecom operators. 3 of the main telecom operators in the world are Chinese. China Mobile alone has more than 800 million users. And the objective of the Chinese government are very clear and ambitious. What they want to favor investment in the creation of next-generation telecom networks. They would like to improve internet speed and quality and reduce internet connection cost. Just one thing. In China, there has been a discussion whether 3 operators are too many, whether you need to have only 2 to have a strong competition and more investment and better quality. So just to understand the difference in the debate that obviously there can be between China and Europe. But let's go ahead with other numbers. With approximately an annual growth rate of 7%, the ICT market in China will reach $6 trillion by 2025. And China has also a new plan. They have this plan, which is a 5-year plan, which is very aggressive and put innovation, green economy, and open up as core goal for the next 5 years development in China. China, despite the deceleration, will remain a fast-growing market for internet and digital. And with the new internet strategy, China aims to realize the network economy, develop new technology and application of Internet of Things, and promoting the sharing economy. And for the first time, we talk about a China national strategy for big data. And all this open up incredible opportunities for foreigner tech startups who want to scale up in China. Think about Uber, Airbnb or the French BlaBlaCar. The 5-year plan called for concrete steps for the creation of a new digital industrial system, because this is the challenge we have in front of us. With 5G, there will be a new industrial system. And with the famous Made in China 2025 strategies, China intends to accelerate the penetration of technology in all aspects of the manufacturing value chain, from design to production to marketing. China is already the first handset producer in the world, is the first robotic producer in the world, is the first drone producer in the world, and 3D printer. I would like to continue on this, with these numbers. But here, I participate in an event in China, and they were discussing design in China, made in Europe. Mm-hmm. Just to let you know what kind of change there is. And so here, again, I see an incredible opportunity for Europe, for us, to do and to work together with China, in particular for countries also like France, which are manufacturing countries. And this trend is clear. By 2025, over 80% of organizations in China will have become technological organizations, and each Chinese consumer will have 5 digital smart devices on average. You can count the number, what does it mean? And so this is a huge market for Internet of Things application, for big data solution, for all smart solutions which can promote the creation and development of smart cities. This afternoon there will be a very interesting forum on smart city, and China is doing. We are sometimes in Europe, we speak too much. In China they are doing. China has a plan of 230 billion euro to invest in smart city. Imagine if we European company industry could have only 10% of this huge market that China is creating. So we should, I think, be optimistic and try to see how European industry could benefit from this tremendous development of Chinese market. And also, if I may recall, in this document, which is the plan for the next 5 years, what the government say, the key word, openness, is the only way to achieve development. The Chinese government wants to strike balance between the going global of its national champions and the coming in on foreign technologies, talents, and capital. And for example, in this year, in this June, the Ministry of Industry and Information lifted restriction on foreign ownership of e-commerce, allowing for full foreign ownership of e-commerce business. Now, let me, and this is obviously, sorry for...
It's okay, no worries.
Yes.
Actually, you know by
and
heart.
The second point, maybe because I understand that we have some time constraint. Let also spend me a few words on the future relationship and how we see the relationship between Europe and China. What should be done? Which are the key areas where Europe and China should work together? First of all, 5G. You know that recently the European Commission has signed an agreement with the Chinese government. I think 5G will be a new revolution, and we see very positive that Europe will work together with China, because we need a common vision. We need to work on standard, on research and development, and so I think we see very positive, and this could open many opportunities to the European industry working together with China. Second point, Juncker Plan. As you know, I imagine everybody of you here in this room knows about the Juncker Plan. China is the first country, non-European country, which will invest in the Juncker Plan. And here, Europe and China have a possibility to work together on digital projects, select some digital projects from regions, cities, and to work together in order to present this project, which, by the way, could also be financed by Chinese banks and financial institutions. Another point, the third one I see where we see a strong possibility of cooperation is startup. Obviously, you see that this conference today is dedicated to startup, And we have in program to launch a new initiative, which is called Silk Camp. And the idea is to support up to 1,000 European high-tech startups to scale up in China. We believe that we should create a bridge and allow European young entrepreneurs to go to work to China, and also, if it's possible, to do the opposite. Another point, important, smart city. I gave the number. Obviously, smart city it's a very interesting area. And what is missing? Today, we are just discussing the benchmark between Europe and China. We see we should do something more. We should go ahead, and we would like to see concrete projects between Europe and China. And why not? Maybe we could select some project here in France with French regions or city interested to work and to cooperate with China. And the last point is an important one, how to boost further and to bring a different level, political and business, of cooperation between Europe and China. We are pushing, we are trying to have a higher level of political dialogue between Europe and China, even on difficult matters like cybersecurity and all the matter related to cyberspace. And last thing is that by the end of the year, the ChinaEU will launch together with the China Internet Development Foundation, which is the most important Chinese foundation for Internet, the first China-EU Internet and Digital Research Center. And the idea is work together, understand better each other, understand the legislation, the regulation, and also focus on the future policies. What we will do, how we regulate robots, how we regulate drones, what will happen. There are many, many challenges in front of us, and we believe that a cooperation and a dialogue with China will be very positive for Europe and for China. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Luigi. It was a great perspective, and I guess there is a lot of questions there.